Hello doctors, I just want to take a moment to show you the new gaze stability exercise on Focus Builder. This is a new exercise that was just recently created, and I just want to give you an idea of exactly how to navigate it. When you look at the initial screen, what you'll see is this image here of what would be the iPad screen and 9 position of where a target could start or end. You can actually, once you create a sequence, you can make it repeat. You can name the sequence and save it. You can change the size of the dot. It's set as small right now, so we'll leave it that way. And you can also change the spacing. So what that would be like is if you go to 100%, you'll see the targets move on the outside, 75, 50, or 25%. Okay, so let's leave it at 75 for now. And then you can add a step. So this will be the first step, meaning you have to select which of these 9 locations will be the beginning or the start position. And if you want it to be in the center here, you get select 5. So the blue one's always the first one, and the green one will represent the second location. So end target for this first step, let's make it a 6. So that way from the middle it'll move to the right as the first step. You can make it either a pursuit or a saccade. Let's keep it on pursuits for now. This is something that's been very hard to reproduce with a piece of paper, since a pursuit, I mean, you could do it with your thumb or another object, but it's never perfectly smooth. The target type can be changed to all the current options that we have. So let's just keep it as the crosshairs, and you can change the color. And in the initial pause, that's how long the target will remain in place before it starts moving to its next location. And you have all these options. That my favorite is to use the tap option. That means that the target won't move until you tap the screen. And the end or final pause, let's just make that a 1 second, because the next, let's just save that, so hit done. The next step, I'm going to make the beginning or initial pause a tap option, so that way it won't move until I select the next option. So this is step 2. So it's step 2 now. We begin where we finished the first step, so 6, and if I want to return to center, then I would select 5. And then initial pause, tap, final pause, 1 second. And then I would do done. So now I have 2 steps that have been created. And if I add a third step, now I'm going to be in the center again at 5. And let's make this a 4. So now I'm going to go to the left. Okay, it's a pursuit. You can change the pursuit speed. Let's make that our tap option. And 1 second. Perfect. And I'm going to do one more step here for our demonstration purposes. If I go from 4, I'm going to return back to center. Okay, so my initial pause, I'm going to make a tap, and final pause, 1 second. Okay, and now I have all 4 steps. Just so you can see what it looks like to do a saccade on here, I'm going to go ahead and add another step. And this one is going to go from 5, I'm going to go straight up to 2, number 2, which would be at the top here. And I'm going to change it to a saccade. And my initial pause is going to be a tap. That gives me time. If I want to do a gaze exercise, or yes, yes, no, no exercise before it moves on to the next point, it gives me the time to take my time and not be pressured by a certain time limit. And then the final pause, let's make that a 1 second. Okay, we have saccade, time interval. So it's going to move. At this point, it'll just make one motion. But I can add however many saccades I want. So if I want to move in 2 movements here, or make 2 saccades, we could do that, or just 1. And time interval set for 1 second. Okay, and if I wanted to finish in the center, I could add another step, and this time it will go to 5, and then initial pause, let's make it a tap, and then final pause. I'm going to make the final pause hold a little longer. Let me give it a 10-second hold. Okay, and here we go. That's what this looks like. Let's get that started, done, and start. I'm going to tap it so it starts moving. And then I'm going to tap it for it to do step 2, step 3. And again, I can hold it here. If you're doing some gaze stability exercises, patient can do their exercise, and when they're done, hit tap, tap the screen, it'll move to the next location. And now you have the saccadic motion. Oh, I forgot to change that last one as saccades, but you get the idea since you got to see it. Hope you like it. We put a lot of resources and time and energy in this, and we're still working on improving it. But please give us some feedback.